This is a special report from CBS 11 News.
Hello again, everyone. Ken Molostino here from CBS 11 News. We wanted to come onto the air right now and bring you these images. We are covering this breaking news story coming out of Southlake. As you can see, this is a massive fire that has broken out in the far northwest part of the city. This is all happening at what we believe to be a chemical processing or packaging plant along the 4000 block of T.W. King, again, in the far northwest part of Southlake. That call came in at around 1:15 earlier today. But as you can see, Chopper 11 live over the scene right now, where several fire crews have already begun their initial attack to try and bring these flames under control. But right now, we're not getting any confirmation that it is, in fact, under control. But again, we are seeing the video coming in right now. We do have crews also headed in that direction right now to bring you a sort of street level view of what is happening in the area. We can sort of look at these images right now and just glean from them and see just the massive size of the fire. You can see fire crews there on the ground as well as some aerial operations that are happening right now from the firefighters. Again, a number of firefighter units out there, emergency crews. We want to also talk a little bit about some of the roads that are nearby streets that are closed because Southlake DPS just put this out a little bit ago, and this is going to actually have a big effect on a lot of folks in the area. So we're going to ask you to listen carefully here, because these next roads that we're going to mention here have been immediately closed down as a result of this. So we're talking about West Bob Jones. We're talking about Southfork Road, of course, T.W. King Road, which is where this is all happening. Edgemere Drive is also closed, as well as Indian Creek Drive. So, folks, if you're familiar with those areas, if you live nearby, if you work in the area, or happen to be commuting in that direction, please keep in mind that those roads have all been shut down completely as a result of this massive fire that has broken out in Southlake. Southlake DPS also sent out a tweet earlier today, or just after the call came in, rather, really within the last hour or so, less than an hour. And in the tweet, they just basically asked folks to stay away from this area. So if you have no business going there, you're being asked once again to stay away from there. They're saying that they have their crews that are needing to access it, and they need anybody who does not need to be in that area to just stay clear of it. As you can see here, Dalden Corporation, we are all reading this live on the air right now from Chopper 11. That seems to be the name of perhaps the company, certainly the name that is being displayed on those large containers outside. But right now, once again, we can see as Chopper 11 pulls out just some of the destruction that is already visible. And again, with so much chemicals and so many different sort of flammable materials that we understand are housed and kept here, certainly a very dangerous situation. We want to bring in Aaron Moran right now, talk a little bit about some of the conditions out there. Aaron, we're watching this. It's 98 degrees out there. Obviously a tough firefight for anybody who's out there working in these conditions. But what do we know about sort of how the weather might play into something like this?
Well, we've been talking about this cold front expected to move through North Texas. It is making its way through North Texas as we speak. So the winds are definitely going to play a role in how firefighters attack this and kind of contain this as we go through the next several hours, I'm sure. But keep in mind, with a fire ongoing at a chemical plant, there's a lot of concern about what's kind of blowing around in the air. So just taking a look at the current wind speeds, for Fort Worth right now, you have a north-northwest wind at about 12 miles an hour, gusting up to 17 miles an hour. So the winds aren't particularly strong, but it is that northerly breeze, and that is something to keep in mind for anyone in the Tarrant County, Dallas County areas near Southlake, just what direction we're going to be seeing some of this air, some of this smoke, and potentially anything in the smoke kind of blowing to from the north-northwest, kind of blowing to the south and southeast. So that cold front is swinging through right now. We've got clouds to the south of I-20, not much rain ongoing at the moment in the Southlake area to kind of help with any of this. And we're really anticipating the stormy weather, the showers and storms, to be a little bit better as we go south of I-20 later today. So I don't know that firefighters are necessarily going to get any help from Mother Nature as far as trying to contain any of this. So we're looking a little closer closer in on satellite and radar at the moment. Of course, you've just got some clouds showing up for the time being, but zooming on in. So you've got Southlake here. Of course, we're concerned with areas between Southlake and Grapevine, down towards Colleyville, Bedford, and Euless. This is, of course, as the smoke is kind of pushed with those northerly winds a little farther to the south and to the southeast. Ken, I know you mentioned some of the areas that police and emergency officials are asking for everyone to stay away from at the moment. So we've got Indian Creek Road right here, Brookgate Drive, Steeplewood Drive, Woodbriar Drive here, just a few spots. I know, especially, Ken, you mentioned that Indian Creek Drive area, so you can see that there. If you live near here, I believe at this point everyone's just kind of being asked to shelter in place and kind of stay away from this area if at all possible. And of course, with these northerly winds, that's what we're concerned with as this fire continues on, Ken.
Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted to know about winds, obviously, and any possible rain. But Aaron, as you mentioned, Mother Nature probably not going to help too much in this firefight. But once again, folks, just doing a little cross-checking here while Aaron was speaking, and the address, the images all seem to be coming back to, in fact, Dalton Corporation, which we just saw Chopper 11 get a close-up of the one of the signs out there. And just by gleaning from their website and just checking them out there, they claim to be a contract bottle filling company. Specializing in different types of solvents and flammables. That obviously gives us a little bit more insight into potentially what some of the hazardous materials that are inside of these warehouses could possibly be. But again, as we get another close look right now, this seems to be the side of one of the buildings there. It is gone. As you can see, it is burnt. Obviously, it seems to have some sort of, they got caved in onto the side, some sort of a collapse due to the fire there.